Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
What is up, my giggly piglies?
Cute.
It's like the Piggly Wiggly.
Yep.
We haven't been in the studio in years.
No, years. Are you wearing a basketball shirt?
This is a vintage Luka, what's his last name? Donich
Yeah, I
something.
don't know.
It has a rip in it, but I got it vintage. I just like black vintage shirts.
Yeah. Well, I walked in looking like Timothy Chalamet, so it's fine.
You did.
And I have one nail missing, which if you see your friend with one nail missing, she's thought about having sex with your boyfriend. Don't trust her.
I can't trust you.
No, I know. I'm getting them done tomorrow, though.
Well, I killed my whole family.
Sometimes you have to. It's that time of year.
What's great with French manicures is as it grows out, I just cut off all the white on top.
And you're like, this is a pale pink manicure.
And I have a pale pink gorgeous manicure, and that's girl math.
No, that's legitimately girl math. I saw this girl on TikTok last night who was explaining girl math to such precision.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about like when our clothes are dirty and when they're not.
Yeah.
That like is an internal monologue that we just like don't say to anyone else. And it's like, if I didn't sweat in it, it's clean.
For me, like if it smells, I have one more use out of it before it really smells. Also, I have this new thing where it's not really a new thing, but like girl math, girl dinner, I like just using it wrong.
Yeah.
Like I'll post breakfast and just write girl dinner, and people might me DMs will be like, in me DMs, what am I, a leprechaun? By the way, I got so attacked at our Giggly Squad show in New York City. I didn't talk about with you, but
Yeah.
I was pretty hurt. This lady stands up,
Mhm.
and like I get it. There's some like BravoCon people who were like really pumped up about BravoCon. They were
Yep.
like talking about your outfit, and I was like so supportive of that.
Yep.
But then a lady goes, "This question's for Paige," and I was like, "Okay, like I love shutting myself up. Like,
Right.
shut me the fuck,
Right.
please.
Give me a minute to rest.
Give
Yeah.
me- I can't talk my whole life
You're like,
away.
I'm going to close my eyes actually for a quick second.
I have to check my email. Like, this is perfect."
Great.
And she goes, "So I come from a big Italian family,
Yep.
and my husband comes from an Irish family." And I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
You're
shut.
like, okay.
all this
just
woman wants is for you to be
writing my
quiet.
memoir.
And I interrupt, and I go, I'm so sorry. I think you might have something confused because I have a big Italian
No.
family, and my husband is Irish. Paige has never even met an Irish person.
She was gaslighting you.
She goes, "Still for Paige." She goes, "I don't know what to do because he wants me to go to his family's, you know."
And you just keep interrupting. You're like, sorry, me again. I think I could help.
Like when people ask certain questions for you, it's like perfect. Like you gave
Right.
some of the best answers that like I could never answer about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then some people will be like, "Hannah, what's it like to in a bodega?" And I'll answer it. But this question, I was like, "No, I just want to make sure you're not making a mistake because I don't want you to miss this moment." And then she goes, "Yeah, I don't know where we're going to hang out for the holidays, like which parents' place." And then you go, "Definitely not for Hannah because Dez's parents are
Parents, not funny.
No.
It's not funny. At a comedy show, parents, very funny. Very-
Context is
is-
important.
Context is key.
You know, it's also like not funny.
Mm.
It's happy
Right.
that like we don't fight over whose house to go to. And we'll have like pretend fights. I'll be like, "Would your mom have liked me?" And he's like, "I don't know. She was tough. I don't know." And you know that gets me revved up. And I'm like, "No, I'm
Right.
like Taylor Swift good with the moms."
I was going to say, I feel like moms and dads would really appreciate you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why do you think that?
I think because you're very personable, like when you first meet you, like
You're very charming in the beginning.
you're very, people love you and then they get to know you. No, I think it's very,
You in small doses, like every 2 weeks, killer. You end on top and you leave. It is small doses, me. Me at a 4-hour party, people are like, "Who invited this girl?"
20 minutes, best time of their life. First
Me on the
20,
Drew Barrymore show, a 2-minute segment. Give me an Emmy.
Iconic.
Give me an Emmy.
you for a full day? No. Nope. No, I think you're so good at like being personable and meeting people for the first time, making them feel comfortable
Yeah.
and not being awkward. Where like I feel like I'm so shy in the very beginning that I
Yeah.
can come off standoffish.
Yeah.
But I feel like you crush with parents.
You're so self-aware.
yeah.
But sometimes I could see like if I say something like slightly out of pocket, like a certain parent would be like, okay.
Okay.
Where like with you, they could be like, if you don't talk, at least they'll
Yeah.
be like, she's probably really smart and she's thinking. When you're quiet, people
come up with the craziest conspiracy theories.
and it's normally good. Like sometimes I'm like, if I
Yeah.
shut up, people would have had more respect for me.
right.
I always say I respect those people who don't have to say every single stupid thought that comes through their brain.
Yeah, you're a talker.
I'm a loose cannon.
For sure.
For sure. Good thing we're podcasting. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I have so much, I feel like, things to talk about because everyone's talking about like Travis and Taylor.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I have a lot of things.
Let it out. Let's do it right now. We have to.
Have you seen like the conspiracy theory of everyone being like, they're getting engaged? They're getting engaged in February. They're going to it's going to be like, whatever. We are in love with each other. This
Yeah.
is it. I just feel
I already like where you're going with this. I like it already.
I just feel like if she genuinely is happy in this, she met her husband
Mhm.
and she's going to get engaged, for sure, get engaged.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Lock it in.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
There's just something for me though that can men really change their type that drastically?
But the argument is she looks
Like his mom.
like his mom.
Like he's been
like-
waiting for her. Like he's been having fun with all these other girls who look identical to each other.
But also, like, I've never had the guy who, like, only dates blondes and then one day is like, it's time to grow up for a brunette. He likes a girl with an ass.
right. And I can't help but think like
But she could do
She's
some
a-
squats.
she's a great like business move.
Okay.
Like that's always in the back of my head when their woman is way more successful than the man.
This is my argument. And the crazy thing is he is one of the most successful NFL players
For sure.
in the whole entire league, but she's like galactic.
Yeah.
So
And nothing
I have so many thoughts.
sometimes nothing trumps like the fame. And there's something about him that I
Yeah.
feel like he
Well,
loves.
he did a
the
reality
fame.
show, and as
Right.
people have done reality shows,
They're narcissists.
we know
They
we
should-
know the type, but no,
they
no,
should get checked.
specifically, and we love Craig, but the kind of men
mm-hmm.
that end up doing reality shows. Craig got in early, like he was confused and young,
Yep.
but guys who like later in life do reality shows,
Yeah. Scary.
call the police. So this is what's worrisome to me, and not worrisome. It's just they're getting all this pressure, like they're gonna get married. I will be in love with any man for 6 months.
For sure.
If he's decent looking and I see him once every 3 weeks, I'm obsessed with him. It's
Yeah.
a drug. So right now it's like they are in this beautiful new relationship and she's prancing to him,
Mhm.
but like she's loving the story of it. And as people who have both been in relationships that have been kind of in the public eye,
mm-hmm.
there's a high that
For
comes with
sure.
people liking your relationship. So you're not only liking him, you're liking that people like you
Yeah.
guys. So then you start getting conflicted of like wait till they're on the couch together for 4 days in a row. They probably only spent max 16 days together total. And we're talking about marriage. And I'm someone who I got
crazy.
engaged in 6 months
Yep.
during COVID, and I did live with him
Yes.
for 3 months. People don't talk about enough.
I feel like longer. You moved in September.
Yeah, so I was living with him for like 4 months,
Yeah.
times 7 dog years.
Yep.
But like when I first met him, we went on a couple dates, and I was like, I really like this guy.
Yeah.
I was not telling you I was gonna marry him,
No.
but like,
If anything, you were like, this is getting really intense and I feel like I should just cut it off.
well, he's
And
a
we're-
comedian, and I was like, this is going against everything that I've ever.
You're like, I think he loves me, so I'm probably gonna stop talking to him. I actually remember having that conversation. I was like, if it's too much, it's too much, you know?
Also, like, you're in long distance right now. I did this thing with Des where, like, we met and it was, like, hot and heavy. And then I'd film all day. And then he would, like, fall asleep. And then I would wake him up in the middle of the night to catch up and talk. Every night we talked. And it was this,
Right.
like, it was this very, like, wanting and needing. It was this crazy high.
I also feel like they need to go through like everyone turning on them and hating them and see if they can survive that.
This is the thing. They just met and they're super excited. And it's beautiful. But, like, people saying that they need to get married, like that makes me so scared.
No,
And
that
also
makes me
part of
so
me is like,
stressed.
then I get worried about the money, the prenup, all that
No,
stuff.
it's a lot.
But I think you're valid. Also, her running to him and like jumping into his arms
Mhm.
makes me worried for all the girlfriends out there who have men who are like a skinny 5'9". Like they're just gonna shatter those men
I've never ran
for anything.
and jumped into anyone.
Maybe for a chicken parmesan.
Ever. like sometimes I'm like watching the TikToks of the two of them and I'm like, there's just no way.
Well, this is for everyone, for all the Swifties listening, which we are Swifties too, who are like, you guys are being too hard on this. We are being that logical friend who cares.
Right, that
we're
are
not
just
being
being like,
Delulu. You guys
no.
are being a little Delulu. And two, obviously, if it goes badly, he has to move to a different
Country.
atmosphere.
No, literally.
He can't go to any country.
No.
And it's,
He
yeah.
needs to literally become an astronaut and be like, I'll be doing science on the moon because you can't live here anymore. Could you imagine the pressure?
Yeah. It's become like this pressure cooker.
He had to get a new house.
He had to get a new house already.
He bought a new, like people thought it was like I was being up and I would like go to Craig's and I'd be like, maybe we got
Change the pillow.
furniture. I don't know. Maybe we got a dishwasher. I don't know. Just a thought. And she's like, maybe you get a whole new house, I think.
But this is the biggest thing that I want to tell you guys. I've seen a lot of TikToks, and I've actually had friends reach out to me personally
Mhm.
and be like, I feel so bad about being single right now. Because she's like running into his arms.
Because of Taylor Swift, like watching all the Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
like because it's like people are like,
it's
and
like
I'm,
watching a reality show.
and I'm sitting here being single. Or like friends who even in relationships being like, do I need to break up with my man because I don't have Travis Kelce? But like you have to understand that like it's literally like we know people on TV and people see them and we know what they're actually like. Like
Right.
a guy standing there receiving a hug says nothing about what their relationship
Right.
is. Like I even saw this guy, actually Licout, Licout, like whatever. He did one about trying to get his girlfriend to like do a kiss for the photo and how
Mhm.
like he was like, just do the kiss, then you could go and leave. Like just do it. And like just how everything
is staged.
and just nothing is perfect. And if you're
Right.
having like some dark mental health thoughts right now because your relationship is not like Taylor and Travis is looking, or
Yeah.
you're single and you've never had that and you don't know if you ever will,
Mhm.
you're not alone. Everyone's like kind of feeling like even Kim Kardashian right now is probably like, I never
Right. Speaking of couples, have you seen the photo shoot of Jeff Bezos and I thought it was AI.
This is why men should not have money.
No, because what was Vogue thinking? Like, first of all, the
I thought it was
photos,
Morgan Wallen on steroids.
the photos are so weird, and there's something like very alien-esque about, for whatever, it has a conspiracy theory undertone, and I can't.
I would love to see
explain
the
it.
before and after of what they both looked like before money.
Well, Jeff Bezos, I mean, what? The man was selling books out of his garage. It's just so crazy. I will say this, though. I know he, like, got divorced and whatever, and who knows, like, what the relationship was with his ex-wife. But I do give him a small baby ounce, un pequeño,
Mhm.
amount of credit for not going like, oh, now I'm going to date, like, this 22-year-old. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just like that's a bare.
No,
that's
it's
not
no,
even,
it's I
like,
dug for that
yeah,
under
you
the ground.
dug.
Like I'm a minor.
because she's way hotter than him still.
Right, but it's like in the same
Yeah, he could
age
have.
realm.
He could
that,
have
like,
tried to hang out with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He could have gone full Leo and been like, "Oh, she's 26.
Yeah.
Great, that's my cutoff."
Yeah.
So I give them a little bit of credit, but like I was so creeped out and uncomfortable by the photos.
Did he have his shirt off or like a vest with no shirt
it was just
on?
like the biceps. I was like looking for like the Facetune watermark because there's just no. It was very weird.
You know what's? I have to tell people. I downloaded Facetune for the first time.
Yeah, what did you think?
It's a drug.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because what happened? I was doing something where like this brand like needed a good photo and I just couldn't get the photo.
Yeah.
And I like the lighting was so bad.
Yeah.
And I did all these and I go, what if I went on Facetune and they just like brighten my face?
Yeah.
And then I was just around.
It's crazy.
And then I realized, like, because I've never used it before, how easy it is to like fit up where like people can see that you did Facetune.
That's some of my favorite pictures is like comparing celebrities like Facetune.
Because I do the 0.5, which
Yeah.
just like makes your legs look
Super long.
It looks like a Steve Madden ad. Like, and I
Yes,
kind of like
yes.
that aesthetic because
An
it's
early
not,
2000s Steve Madden.
yeah, because I don't want to post just like look at me, like
Right.
it's like kind of artsy. But Facetune, I think I actually like am now like I can't use that. I
No,
don't
it's
think
too
it's
much.
good.
No, it's not good for your mental health.
You can change your makeup.
You could not. You could take. I'm admitting this. There has been times, and this is like a couple. Probably right when I first like had Instagram followers, and I'd have to do ads. You could take a picture in no makeup and then add makeup onto it. And I'd be like, why would I take the time to do my makeup when I could just edit this photo?
You change your lip color. But you have to be kind of an artist. Like not everyone can just.
No, it's a full-time job. Editing photos is a full-time job.
So do you think the Kardashians have like full
Yes.
Facetune editor? Like,
Absolutely.
They
Like,
have a
there's-
whole room like NASA of people.
I think their content team is a lot bigger than what people would think.
I do think I don't want people to download Facetune, one, because you have to pay for it, and B, because then you might get addicted to it. But to see what it is, I honestly felt like, oh, everyone's ugly.
No, everyone uses Facetune.
You guys, everyone's ugly.
Yeah.
Like everyone is ugly. And it made me feel so much better. Because I like did something to my face and I was like, oh,
No,
now I'm
that-
an Instagram thought.
When I used to like go to the gym, whenever that was,
Humble brag.
humble brag, when I would get like so anxious going to the gym, and whenever I would be on the treadmill, I would always think, oh my God, no one is thinking about you, because
Yeah.
everyone's on their own treadmill thinking about themselves and
Yeah.
like their own insecurities, like hope no one's watching me. That like they don't have time to think about you.
Yeah.
That like gets me through the day.
I think I'm more scared of people seeing me in real life and being like, wow, that's not what she looks like. But
Yeah.
then people being like, oh, I don't think she's that pretty on Instagram. It's like, first of all, I don't give a second of all. I think because we did reality TV, like, and we did not do reality TV with the like Kardashian
No.
filter. I mean, because, you know.
You could literally, because of reality TV, you could say whatever you wanted to me, and I'd
Yeah.
be like, it's probably true.
Once, I think I said this, but once on the pod a long time ago, once a woman messaged me. Oh no, a guy I forget who. They messaged me and they were like, I just want you to know my man like likes you, but like you're fat, but he like likes that you're fat, and I don't understand it. And I was like, this is layered. I was like, this is
was she
layered.
mad that-
She basically was like mad that her husband said I was attractive.
Yeah.
But she was like, but she has a like big thighs and a big butt. And he was like, yeah, that's why I like her. So then she was like trying to make me feel bad and be like, but you're fat. But he likes that you're fat, but you're fat. And she like
Wait.
screenshotted a photo like where we were in our bikinis and they were like
Don't drag me into
filming
this.
from oh, you were not in it. But like I was definitely talking to you in the scene. And it was like a film where like, I don't know, you could just like see my butthole. But,
No, people are insane.
And speaking of all this stuff, look at us getting, this is our mental health pod. An influencer passed away from lipo, from getting a BBL. Did you see that?
Was this like in Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did see it.
And it got me thinking because
There was also a woman who died in Australia from Ozempic.
wait, I didn't see that. That needs to be talked about.
It was like a mom that was like taking Ozempic before her daughter's wedding to like lose a few pounds, and she died of like something. I think her stomach became like paralyzed or something.
Oh. Well, I do have to say, I have been getting some more butt attention than I normally get because I've been doing the worm everywhere.
Right. No,
Because
we didn't even talk about it.
you have, if you want to get attention in this world, you have to keep reinventing yourself. I do the worm now. I'm the worm comic.
No, for the gigglers who didn't see that our New York City show, Hannah just busted it out of nowhere. But honestly, the gigglers appreciated it.
Oh no! Well, I was like, let's put the music on. I'm not going to do it in silence.
Silence.
I'm not a sociopath.
No.
But then you know how we left?
Mhm.
You left the building, and
Yeah.
there was like people waiting, like like a Broadway show.
No, I
We heard this like roar, and
I thought
was
it was
like,
for something else. And I literally at one point was like, what are you guys doing?
No, so then, and there was like barricades and stuff. It was crazy.
I was like, this isn't for us, is it? My brother's like, I think they just blocked the street off. Like, no, it's not for you. But I think it was.
I think, well, the gigglers were hanging out after. So then I walk out and they start chanting, Hannah's ass, Hannah's ass. And I was dying. But long story short, you think, oh, this is Hannah bragging about her butt. No. What I'm trying to say is that for me to have a fat ass, I have a belly and I have thighs. If I had a normal body and then went and just bought an ass on it, it looks weird and it's not natural for your body. You'll tip over or you could die.
Yeah.
You could tip over or
the
worse.
The craziest thing is that BBLs are like the most dangerous surgery.
And it's one of the most popular surgeries. So like if you're thinking, oh, I just want to add an ass. No, like it looks weird. And then you shake it and it doesn't move right.
That's something I've never thought about in plastic surgery, like that I would potentially get a BBL.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've
never thought about. Because do you want to know why? And it has nothing to do with like, no, that's so dangerous or no, that's not good. Go to therapy. It's more like, what's the recovery? Oh, because you can't sit. And that's my whole life. My whole life is about where can I sit?
Yeah, because you can't lie on your stomach or your butt.
Get to sit. And why am I not sitting? So, like,
standing is actually the worst activity in the world.
I'd rather run.
And you'd rather run like Taylor Swift. I have been like going up and down. You guys know I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm realizing things. I was very anti-plastic surgery. But recently I've been actually pretty like like I get it as humans. If your nose looks so different than the average nose that you're changing it to look like the average nose, I totally understand that. And I've seen it look incredible.
Yep.
But if you're changing your body to look like a Coca-Cola bottle alien, doing reconstructive surgery to feel like you fit in, I do understand that for sure. I do.
If you have no toes, you add those toes.
Like do what you need. Or like, yeah, like you feel like your chin is way too big and I totally get it. But don't change your body to look like a Oompa Loompa.
She went from love yourself to get it fixed. Check in with a therapist to make the appointment. I'll call for you.
No, I totally get a subtle thing, but and also,
a small nip and tuck.
I don't think the gigglers are out here getting BBLs every day. Like, I really don't think.
Because where do you even go for one? No, that's crazy.
Apparently there was like a plane coming from Mexico.
Oh yeah,
just like full of bandaged women,
and no one could sit, and everyone was sitting backwards. No one could sit. What if there's any show I need on TLC? It's vlogging BBLs because how are they sitting? Where what's the flight time?
Yeah, like the Kardashians make it look swift and easy. You don't even see a scar.
Scratch 90 Day Fiance.
But this is one thing I did learn from Facetune. If you need it that bad, just Facetune an ass. No. Don't go through all
You don't have to go to Mexico. There's literally 1,000 apps. 1,000 apps.
And just make sure the background isn't curved.
Yeah.
What's one thing you Facetuned?
Like in my life?
Yeah, like a part of your body that you Facetuned.
I want to go back. I bet I could find them on my computer.
You were worse before.
We should go back and see, like, oh my God, yeah, like 2012.
Maybe in the newsletter.
Who was that on Instagram?
Maybe in the newsletter we'll throw in.
I could definitely find pictures where, like, I fully Facetuned them.
Yeah, I know photos that I would have wanted to Facetune to elongate my legs because my torso and my legs just, like, because the angle, my torso looks so long.
I definitely used to make my lips bigger.
Oh, wow.
And, like, I think, like, my jaw skinnier. And my eyes bigger. So probably my nose smaller.
No, but this is good to know because I feel like the girlies need to know.
I definitely went through a phase of like face tuning the out of myself.
It is like plastic surgery where like, if someone subtly does it for like 5 years, by year 5, like they don't notice the huge change they've done. And if you're face tuning all the time, you don't notice.
I will say, I think I hit a point where I was face tuning so much that then I would see like the original photo and I'd be like, wait, I look so much prettier than that. I'd like myself. I was like, wait, I'm gorgeous.
That is funny. Sometimes I was on Facetune just like doing all these weird things with my face. And then I was like, I just want to be me again. I just want to go back home.
You get so dramatic.
I am so dramatic. Oh, we haven't had one of those crazy plastic surgery rants in a while.
No, we haven't.
You guys know that happens like once every 2 months.
I have two things I want to say.
Tell me.
One, did you also see the Travis Barker drumming during Courtney's birthing?
No.
Okay, there's a TikTok video that was like it doesn't show her, but you can tell like they're in the hospital room and she's obviously like laying in the bed and has two of his little sticks that he drums with and he's drumming to the baby's heartbeat. And it's like, I mean, he's going for like a full, I mean, I think he goes for like a full 10 minutes, 10, 15
Is there
minutes.
like beeps in the background? Like beep, beep?
Nope. It's just, you can just hear him like drumming and every comment was like divorce, divorce. My husband tried to talk to me when I was giving birth and I told him to get the f- out.
I would be like, I feel like you're making this pregnancy about you right now.
I would. That's like him picking up the guitar after having to a whole nother level. I would be like, hey, do me a favor, take those sticks, bend over and jam them right up your, are you kidding? I'm different in terms, like when I think about like the day I give birth, scram.
You know, I was about to say.
Literally
It's like when I'm about to
scram.
orgasm. Don't look at me. Something weird is gonna happen.
Why are you here? What are you gonna offer to the situation? I think actually the women that want their husbands in the room when they give birth, I think you're weird.
I know one of my friends was telling me how like she got a C-section and she's like, they take out all your innards
And they put it
just
on your
put 'em-
stomach.
They put it like on the table. They take it out and like your man.
I didn't realize that. For whatever reason, that wasn't computing. I was like, what do you mean? I feel like they go through it. They're like, no, they don't. They have to
I
take it
didn't
out.
realize you had to take stuff out to get.
I was like, but what's there?
But like that'll change your relationship forever. I also know for a fact I'm gonna be the entire
Yeah.
time.
I know that.
Like I know I have
Yeah,
that
you have
kind of
that-
stomach. Where like I'm not gonna have. I'm a nervous
your
poop.
body type.
I'm also
that's
pushing.
your body type. Yeah.
It's gonna be poop with a little baby.
yeah.
Like so. Like yeah, you're right.
And like, do you want Des there?
The thing is, part of me
Like,
wants
take a
him.
laugh.
Part of me wants him there to like make him feel bad. To be like, you
Could
did
you-
this to
yeah.
me, and I'm gonna use this against you
Like
for the
you
rest
could
of our relationship.
never endure this.
Yeah, like so then like one day I'll be like, hey, can you hand me the remote? And he'll be like, you're right there. I'm gonna be like, I tore my pussy hole
Yeah.
into my butthole, and you saw it rip.
Remember when they took my organs out and they put it on that silver plate? Think about that.
Remember when I got Frankenstein?
In broad daylight? Okay.
Like no foreplay. They just rammed it in and took it out.
No, I don't want to think about it. And I also just know.
But congratulations.
No. So lovely. That's amazing.
Wasn't
also
Alabama Barker in trouble or something?
I don't know.
I think she was like
I don't-
wearing some like seductive dress.
I don't like even talking about her because I am scared of
Scared
her.
of her.
Like
She'll
I don't
bully the
ever
fuck
want to
out
have
of
beef
us.
with her.
She'll bully the fuck out of us, and I mean that as a compliment. I would love for you to bully me, Alabama Barker. I'd be honored.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up was my brother came to Giggly Squad show on Saturday.
Gary,
Or Thursday.
shout out Gary.
And we get home. He comes back to my apartment. We get home, and I don't know what happened, but he said, "Oh, like I'm texting mom and dad," and I was like, "Oh," and I like look at my phone to like see if they had like texted, and I was like, "What are you texting them in?" And he was like, "The group chat," and I said, I'm not getting the group chat text messages. My family has a whole group chat without me.
Is it called Not Paige?
I was so like, I was like,
Wait,
well,
you're the Kourtney Kardashian of your family.
Yeah. Literally, I was like, what do you guys talk about in it? And he was like, just like normal stuff. I was like, you're shooting without me?
No, you know what it is? It's because he lives near them. So I think it's like probably like they didn't want to bother you with like
That's
little
what they
stuff.
said too. And they were like, we don't want to bother you.
No, I could totally them see like him being like, "What's for breakfast, mom?" Like, let's be honest, it's like stupid. They're like making, but the thing is, in my family,
I was
like,
offended.
yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Were you like, let me see a text?
No,
Let me
because
see- let me
I
see-
knew it was like no one's laughing in there, obviously. Sounds like boring rhetoric to me, but
It's like I'm honestly so scared of her. Like, how was Paige today? What was her mood when you called her?
And then me and my brother will fight, and I'll be like, whatever, mom doesn't tell you things because you're too sensitive and you're a little, you won't be able to handle it. And he's like, that's what she says about you, that like you're too anxious and we can't tell Paige. And so we're like fighting about who's like the lesser human, who has more mental problems.
It's so funny because I don't stop talking to my mom. My brother's such a dude where like, my mom's like, hello, you have a
Yeah.
mom. Because my brother
Like you came from somewhere.
yeah, like that's a lot of guys just like don't call their mom every day.
Right.
Where like I call her every hour just to make sure.
Is she okay?
Is she okay? Is she checking at me? Am I okay?
Right.
Are we both okay?
And like if it goes to voicemail, because I'll call like my legitimate house phone.
Yeah.
And if it goes to voicemail, I'm leaving one. And I always think, what if I die in a car
accident? The love of your life.
You're gonna want to listen to my.
No,
that was
this
dark.
is such
That
a-
was dark. That was dark. That was dark. But I do think every time my mom leaves me a voicemail, I save it, and I
No.
think one day I'm gonna listen to this one.
No.
And that's so sad. But it's so true. Like I save them because I'm like, I want to save this voicemail forever.
I'll cry hysterically right now. I have my grandpa's voicemail. I'm not gonna play it because I'll cry hysterically.
No, don't.
I'll.
Yeah, don't.
No, I have it, and like
Do you remember that you did cry on the pod at one point, I think?
about. No, I'm still not over my grandpa's death.
No, it was when you met it was after your grandpa died.
Oh yeah, and I met someone who reminded me of my grandpa because he was an old man from Brooklyn. No, why did I bring up my grandpa?
You had an existential crisis over this man that was not your grandpa that you just happened to meet.
I also just hung out with. I was just from Milwaukee and I hung out with one of my best friends from college. But like a lot has changed, obviously.
Yeah, you're a
she has
redhead
kids now. I'm a redhead.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there.
How did you keep up?
I know it was crazy, like because we're talking like we normally talk, but I'm asking like insane questions, like
Right.
so when did you buy the house?
And how many kids do you have
like
now?
yeah, like very like.
And she can walk on her own.
But we're still riffing
Yeah,
like we
right.
always did. Like I'm very like that. Where with the right people, I can go years,
time has
and it's the
yeah.
same. But at one point, she was like, "So I talked to a psychic," and I was like. Like I didn't in college, we didn't know about this,
Right.
And I was like, "Wait, you with that?" And she's like, "Well, I don't like. I'm not going around telling people it doesn't exist." And I'm like, she's like, "Fully, yeah, I believe
Yeah.
in it." And we were like geeking off about. I didn't know this about my friend, and then I was like, "Girly."
Did they tell her anything like crazy?
She was having trouble, conceiving,
Mm-hmm.
and like really hard time, and she met with someone and she was like, "You're gonna have 3 sons," and within a month she popped one out.
Mm-hmm.
And I also was like, I think it probably calmed you a little bit.
Right.
So it was just like
And does she have 3 sons?
she has 2
Ooh.
as of now,
Oh man.
and I feel like
Do you feel like you're due for a psychic
I
reading?
kind of do, but
Mhm.
I'm like I always get anxious about it. Like I don't want to know. I don't know when I'm gonna have kids.
Go to the guy that you made me go to.
Do you like him?
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
Because remember
There's something about like an older gentleman being a psychic that
Yeah.
that it's like
because
he's like, I didn't want this.
because for the girlies it's cool. Yeah,
yeah,
like,
he's like, I don't want this.
if
You
you
think
have
I'm
a
doing
nose ring,
this?
if you have
for
a nose
fun?
ring, I'm gonna question it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're leaning in too hard. You wanted this too bad. A
Mhm.
man never wanted this life.
No, he was like, I
is
don't.
he straight?
I don't know.
I could see that for him. Like you just don't know what he is.
Yeah,
he's just
and he was
an
just
aura.
Like, yeah, he was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. But listen, you know, like he's giving. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't want. What do I have to gain from like lying to you?
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even like that crazy responsive.
I was telling her though when I was going through a really dark breakup, I got cards pulled.
Tarot card reading.
Tarot card reading, and it was I just felt like empty. I hated my job. I was like 26, and she pulled out like this like queen with like a big like star around her head,
Yep,
and
like
she
a crown.
yeah, and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna like be yourself, and it's gonna get you really far." And I was like, "I don't know what the that means." And she's like, "No, you're gonna be good. Like you don't need a man."
Okay, look, there's also part of me that like I believe in psychics.
Chris, shut the fuck.
No, like I believe in mediums. I believe in psychics, but like I could also be like, guess what? You're gonna be yourself for the rest of your life. And you'll be like, give me $200.
She meant it like she basically was like, "You're gonna be like
You.
what you want to be."
Okay,
Like she was like, "You're gonna be successful. You're
Yeah.
gonna be."
I see.
You're gonna be you.
I
the way I said it was all wrong.
I need straight up. I need to hear at least 2 to 3 specifics.
Yeah.
In a psychic reading for me to even get past like I'm wasting $200 right now.
And you don't. I can see that you don't like give them any.
I give them nothing.
Okay.
I give
Because you know I'm loose lipped.
okay.
I'm loose lips.
Psychics and therapists, I give them nothing.
I feel like the therapist you should give something. I feel like the therapist.
I am not the type
You're
of
supposed to talk about your feelings. I think that's actually the opposite of what you should do in therapy. You make them guess. You try to turn a therapist into a psychic.
like, you figure it out.
You go, how should I feel? How am I feeling?
You're so smart. Tell me how I feel. No, there's something in my personality that like I can't give my therapist anything. Like I would be great to be like if like a detective had to ask me questions, like he'd have a real doozy with me because I'm not giving you anything. I'm not that type of person that thinks like, oh, if there's an awkward silence, like I'll just start talking
Wait,
and
that's
like
why
I'll give
we're
you
best friends.
and I'll give you more info.
Because
Like
that's me. That's literally me.
No, like and I'll be in therapy and she'll be like, and what'd she do to you? And I'm like, she me over and like that's it. And she's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I don't know. No. Like I can't.
Well, your therapist, my therapist, after a
Works
session with
overtime.
me, she's like, I got the tea. I got more tea than I wanted. I'm like, she's invested in the tea. We're like kikiing. Your therapist is like, you're boring.
Yeah.
But like, that's actually, honestly, why I'm obsessed with you. Because you and Des are the same way. You'll always be genuine to yourself and you'll never do to like people please someone that doesn't deserve it.
Right. In those scenarios,
Yes.
like a psychic,
they're
a
kinda-
therapist.
You
like
don't want
I'm
to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, like
See, I get
I'll
taken
give you
advantage
what
of all
I
the
want.
time. I will. I remember, but once a psychic did say, like, I'm
No,
hearing.
I'm surprised. Not only am I surprised that you've never gotten caught up a little bit too much in a cult, but I'm so surprised that you're not like selling Monet hair carrots. Like,
Do you know?
at some
No, but do you know
point.
what? It's because I'm a New Yorker and I'm like, even though I'm so
Street
gullible,
smart, yeah.
I'm self-aware that I'm gullible. That's why I've never smoked a cigarette.
Yes.
Because I know that to
Yeah.
be out here, like, I've never smoked a jewel because I know I'll be too addicted.
Right.
I've never, like, I don't let myself do things because I don't trust myself.
Got it.
So I just stay away.
No, that's probably
But I do have
smart.
to say, melatonin's a hell of a drug. And I had to stop myself. I threw my melatonin away because I was out for 3 days. My mom was like, call a rehab because this is bad.
That is the most wholesome, sweetest thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, my mom was calling me and she was like, can you please call me back? Like, I'm worried about you.
No, melatonin really is so bad for you. I can't believe it's sold as like
I thought
Just a
it was
vitamin.
I thought it was like one of those things that's like, you know, a leaf that like,
no, like you can
doesn't-
get so addicted to melatonin because
Wow.
it fucks your sleep up.
yeah.
I've like heard moms talk before and be like, "Oh yeah, like I gave my child like a melatonin." I'm like, "That's terrible."
Oh my God.
I just feel like it's not that I should say anything because I'm not a mom, but it scared me because I was like,
Yeah.
I know how I am. Your child's 5.
She's like, my kid is so chill.
Yeah.
You're like, your kid is
Like,
hasn't
kid is
woken up
high.
in 7 days. There was that
It's like rolling a blunt like in the corner.
the devil that Netflix thing I talked about was like the devil something. A recent one about the devil.
Yeah.
They found out later that the mom was like drugging the whole family. Like she wanted them all to go to sleep and was putting like sleep stuff, and the
Yeah.
sleep stuff was making him have these like hallucinations, and then he thought he was with the devil.
Oh my God.
Also,
Here's the thing though. I feel like at some point, look, if you're on a plane, you want to pop a Benadryl in your kid's mouth, I'm all for it.
I thought of
Like-
I thought of a good reality TV show. You know how like our parents used to get up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if parents get that, but like, you know, when it was a family party and the kids go in the basement and
Yeah.
we're like doing whatever we're doing,
Yep.
hand jobs, and
Yep.
then you go upstairs and your parents are in like a weird conga line, and you're like, why is my mom singing like that? And they're just going, and you realize like they're partying,
Right, like, but you don't realize they're drinking
because they
but
don't
they were
say it
right,
to you.
but they were like
and
drunk.
like my parents never really, but like their
Right.
friends would like
Yeah.
go. I'm like, why is like Sandra doesn't have a t-shirt on? Like,
Yeah.
where did her clothes go?
Yeah.
I was thinking there should be a reality TV show where all the parents just like take a gummy and you just see what happens.
Yeah. That's
That's
I
the
mean,
premise.
I think that's like every reality show.
Wait, how?
Sometimes you're so wholesome. You're like, I know what it's gonna fuck them up. It's like we have probably the biggest epidemic of like pills we've ever had in our life. Like people, no, they know how to get.
You go, did you
Like,
see
here's something
BravoCon?
naughty.
You go, that was just BravoCon.
That's no,
There
literally.
were some interviews at BravoCon where people were like,
No.
all the comments were just like, what drug is this? I'll talk to someone and they'll make no sense and I'll be like, they don't like
She's
me.
quirky.
Yeah, she's quirky. I don't know if they liked me.
And I have to be like, Hannah, she's high out of her mind.
Yeah, and they'll never know who I am because every time I meet them, they're out to lunch.
Mhm.
Oh God. Speaking of drugs,
Yeah,
I wrote down coffee changed my life.
I saw that.
I just lived as a tired girl.
Yeah.
I just said, this is who I am. I had coffee a couple times and I had diarrhea and I said, you know what? It's not for me.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, I drank coffee this morning before I got on a plane. On this plane, I did like 4 crossword puzzles. I wrote in my notes
7
because I
Wordles,
had no
6
internet.
Sudokus.
I wrote just like emails I was gonna write to people. I
Yep.
wrote it out in the notes app. Like I was crazy because I can't do Adderall. That's too intense for me.
No.
And I think Adderall is actually it's too much.
I took 1 Adderall one time in college, and I thought I literally was
heart attack.
running for president. I was like, did nothing productive whatsoever. But I was like, this is nuts.
No, my guy friends would take Adderall too soon while they were still playing a video game, and then like 12 hours later they were still playing the video game. I take it once and it was too strong. And I started just like asking everyone about their life because I'm an interviewer, you know? So I was like, but how did you make it to 6th grade? Like, so obsessed with people and asking them questions. And
no, that's
again,
my worst nightmare.
Small doses. So, yeah, I just feel like if you not drink coffee, you should try it.
So groundbreaking.
But I do.
What is your coffee order? Because
I was about to say, I'm kind of wild.
But you've been on like your chai tea.
Well, I was doing chai for a long time. Now I've upgraded to vanilla iced lattes.
Okay.
But now, as it's getting colder, and I'm going to put this in the newsletter.
You're just popping back espresso.
I'm a peppermint mocha girl.
Disgusting. That is probably one of the most vile things I've ever heard in my life. I get a lot of hate for this, but chocolate shouldn't be mixed with mint. Mint is exclusively for your toothpaste and for gum.
Yeah.
People that are out here drinking mint drinks with chocolate and having like mint chocolate chip ice cream, we're not the same.
See, I understand you because I was you. I was you when I was smaller minded, you know? Because I don't like chocolate. I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I don't.
Can't. It's so.
There's something about in the morning.
A peppermint patty, ugh, not for me.
Again, I think that's gross too.
Yeah.
But when it's the morning, it's basically a hot chocolate with like a zing to it. And I'm telling you, give it a try in the morning.
No, because I'm not one of Santa's elves. And I'm not just going to be out here drinking peppermint mocha lattes on a Wednesday morning. I'm going to do what a normal person does. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to hate myself. I'm going to be like, I'm fasting today. And then I'll down a coffee at 11:30 black. Okay?
This is me on tour, drinking a coffee at 6 p.m. before my show and falling asleep. You ever drink an energy drink that just puts you to sleep?
I've never been one of those people where they're like, oh my God, it's too late at night. Can't have coffee. Can't have like caffeine. Like my household, we were wild. Like we're chugging.
Well, Italians,
we were chugging
after
Pepsi.
dinner, they go, what's your coffee order? That's literally like before dessert. What do you want? Do you need a cappuccino or an espresso?
Right.
If you don't do it, it's disrespectful to the culture.
Yeah. And like if we were allowed to have soda, we were allowed to have soda.
Yeah,
we were a soda family.
Yeah.
It's not great, but
also in terms of mental health, I'm on this kick that I highly recommend everyone does before the holidays.
Okay.
It's like a cleanse. And it's not the kind of cleanse you want it to be.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but like if you're away from your phone for a couple hours and you check your emails, I've never been more flooded with emails. And I don't know if it's because I started buying more stuff online and then I'm like immediately subscribed, but like
because you have to like put a password in, make an account,
yes,
blah, blah, blah.
I get so overwhelmed when I go to my phone, I want to see any important emails and it's like 50 just spam emails. So I've been deciding if you're going to come in my email, I'm going to click you and I'm going to unsubscribe.
Oh, you want to send me a reminder email?
So
unsubscribe.
And it's funny because
not to be confused with our newsletter.
Yeah. Some of these companies are sneaky. Some of them go, click here if you do not want to receive any further emails. They don't have an unsubscribe button. And sometimes you click unsubscribe and it goes to a thing where you then have to like unclick buttons. Like some people make it really hard.
I think there's like an app for this.
There is an app.
Where it just will unsubscribe you from everything I want to do.
It's called like Rocket or something. Can you look that up, Grace? I think we've worked with them before.
Really?
But maybe.
I don't think so.
Rocket Money?
I would remember something called Rocket, I feel
Let me know what it is and I'll shout it out. So I highly recommend because as the holidays come, your emails are going to be so overflooded. And these are the things that give me anxiety in life.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just recently today got back to everyone that wished me a happy birthday in text.
Remember when it was just a Facebook wall?
No, because
life was so much easier.
Couldn't, and I literally had to say to everyone, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm just going through so many text messages, and then people are like, "Oh yeah, you're too important," and I'm just like, you know what? No,
No,
I just like I couldn't.
You feel heavy with your emotions, and you feel overwhelmed, and your social battery is burnt.
And I think it's rude to text someone on their birthday.
No.
It's rude to text someone on their birthday and expect that person to get back to you.
You know what's
on
rude?
Their birthday.
Yes, and it's rude to text people on their birthday when you never text them. If you're just texting me on my birthday, I'm like, I'm talking about the girls too.
And also, like, as I get older, I don't want you to even know it's my birthday.
True.
Don't even bring it up.
Where for my birthday, I was like, do I have a billboard? I'm a Leo. I'm like, I have a Excel sheet where I'm like, which friend did not wish me happy birthday? No, I'm just kidding. But I do remember. Do you remember Facebook walls where like, you were like, today's the day. And then at the end, you were like, 302. I did better last year.
It was such a stressful time.
And then some people would just be like, HBD. And I was like, suck my dick.
Blocked.
SMD, suck my dick.
But now, like, I just think birthdays are, like, so frivolous.
And then also even, like, the posting on Instagram, like, when it was your birthday, I was like, there's no Insta story that will do justice to my love for you. And then my Insta story is going to look like everyone else's Insta story who don't have the same relationship of, like, quality that I do with you. And I'm not being competitive about it. I'm just stating facts. So basically, I just repost on my birthday the ones I look best in.
I'm not into the whole repost everyone. I can't.
That's wild.
It's insane.
That's wild. Or I'll say something like, hey, if you don't want to see all these reposts, click out of it now. It's coming.
Yeah. I think I'm going to just like stop wishing people a happy birthday.
I can see
altogether.
At some point in your life you are going to delete Instagram.
100%.
And that's when I'm going to know you've hit true success.
When I can
You've hit your peak.
I've hit my peak.
Emotionally, physically.
Know that I love my life.
Yeah.
When I delete my Instagram.
Yeah. The more I post,
I'm sure
the
it's
worse
not going to be
for sure.
Yeah, for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
But one day, I'm going to Gwyneth Paltrow it and you'll never see me again.
But Gwyneth Paltrow has never been louder in the press right now. I do think if you have to announce that you're going to leave, you've already lost.
Just go.
You have to just disappear.
No, I won't announce it. It'll just be like one day, like I think Paige blocked me. It's like, no, I think she deleted her Insta. And I love that.
Just some quick front page news that I run right now.
Okay.
Did you see North with the Onion?
No, I saw you had that written down.
There's
With an
a
onion?
clip going around where North, my queen,
Eats it like an apple.
Eats it like an apple. And Kim, you could tell that Kim is like, I don't know how to react to this on camera. And she's like, Northy, are you really going to eat that?
Why does Kim look at her children as if like, she's like, you're embarrassing me at the lunch table and I'm literally not going to be able to sit here anymore because you're my friend and you're like not being cool.
I think, well, also Kim is running like serious businesses and she puts them on live and then her kids, I think they love getting a reaction out of her. And let's be honest, like I think North is with her at this point.
No, I think North was born to literally troll her.
Did you see North walk by her and she was like, hi, Northy. And she was like, you need a pimple patch and walked away. She's learning and realizing things through her children. Harry Styles shaving his head. What do we think?
You know me.
I just saw like a quick glimpse of it. He looks like a thumb and it's fine.
It is what it is.
It's what it is.
I'm just not, I've never really been like, oh my God, I'll die for Harry Styles. So
Same.
Like, shave your head, keep it long.
Also, if you're just
Doesn't
like a
matter to
guy
me.
because of his hair, like then you don't really love him.
Yeah, I don't like think that like men should be having like a full moment with their like that's for us. Like you dyed
Actually,
your hair
you're right.
red and it's like
That's for the
moment.
girlies.
So like I don't care. It's also like not that crazy.
Yeah. I mean, when David Beckham did it, I feel like every guy shaved their head because it was cool.
Right.
But that's David Beckham.
I don't care.
One Well, you're like, I'm not. Yeah, like
He's just like not my person.
Yeah, he's
you
not your
know?
person.
He's not my person. Now, like if Jack Harlow just like shaved his head, I'd be like, oh my God.
I mean, Jack Harlow's gonna have to make a different hair move soon. I feel like that's the industry because like Ice Spice has kind of taken over.
Also, no one's talking about how like Jack Harlow got a dog that looks like his hair. You know, and he's just like out here making videos
How
with
come when
it.
Pete Davidson got a Labradoodle for his mom, he
Everyone
got attacked,
attacked him.
and Jack Harlow's out here posting, getting no
This
pushback.
is also going to be really, really niche.
Mm-hmm.
Something about men with like cavapoos or like anything mixed with a poodle that's not a golden doodle gives me the ick.
Well, it's like, unless it's for your girlfriend,
Yeah.
someone cooked here.
Someone cooked
So
here.
if you have a Labradoodle, someone cooked here.
Yeah.
Or
like,
if you took the Labradoodle after the relationship, that's it's a girl's dog.
if it's small and like could be mistaken for a squirrel and like is
It's for the girls or the gays.
right and it's like described like the color's apricot, it's not for you.
I actually got a new ick.
What is it?
Do you know when a guy's putting on his sneakers and the back of the sneakers bends?
Yeah.
And he either like keeps it like that or
Yeah.
he like
Like he's running to the car, but yeah.
And it's just bending the back of the sneaker.
It's for girls.
Is for the girls.
It's not a slipper.
If you're so
sir.
strong, put it on like a man.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. I also have one other note about Travis and Taylor in terms of parenting, because I was thinking their kid could be so athletic because she's like
Tall.
5'11".
Yeah.
He's 6'6".
Yep.
Their kid,
Is he?
he's 6'5".
Wow.
Yeah, he's a large man, and like that's why she's finally like feeling
Yeah.
herself, because she could be held for the
Yeah.
first time.
Right.
She'd jump on his back and he'd carry her around like Ariana Grande. But if I don't know. If Taylor is athletic, someone message me. But I did see her prance. She
Yeah.
pranced gorgeously, like in a Broadway show type of prance.
She's a performer. I wouldn't say she's a
It was-
natural born athlete.
Yeah, it was very musical theater dance.
Yes,
I
yes.
can spot an athlete run.
Right.
You know, knees up.
Yep.
That kind of breathing the right way. She was floating. There's technique.
There's a way to breathe.
Imagine if they have huge kids that just want to sing. Travis will lose his mind. Like, I'm a painter, Daddy. And he's like, you have hands that could palm 3 basketballs. You're going to the NBA.
That's how I feel about like if my kids aren't good looking. Or funny. I'm like, I'm not doing this with you for 18 years. All this? Not with me.
No, but this is the problem when good-looking people have kids. Because when you're really good-looking, such as yourself, there's a thin line between being so good-looking to the point that you then become like so ugly. It's like, that moment where Angelina Jolie and Steve Buscemi were the same person, and he's considered the ugliest person ever, and she's the most beautiful person ever. It means that you don't have normal looks, like things. So, like, what if they get like your big, beautiful eyes?
Yeah, and they look like aliens. And
like it could. There's actually more of a chance it could be crazy.
no, that makes me sad. Like, I don't ever want my daughter to be like, oh, but my mom is so pretty. I'll be like, thank you so much.
I feel like some of the
I want them to be, I want my
Yeah.
children, I'm already manifesting it. I want my daughter to be 8 million times prettier than I ever even thought I could be.
and that's love. And if it isn't, you will facetune her.
Yeah.
Facetune her baby.
Mommy's rich,
girls.
don't worry, we're going to fix that. Mommy's going to help you.
But also, I feel like some of the best looking people, their parents are so ugly. Like
Yeah.
they're always like 2 parents
Yes.
from the middle of nowhere,
Sometimes if you look up celebrities and you see their parent, you're like, what?
or like
What?
the son is
I
gorgeous.
feel like I just saw this.
The son is gorgeous, and then you see the daughter, and you're like, oh, this was just a face for a son.
Yes.
Or like the daughter's gorgeous, then
And
the son
it's
it
not.
looks weird.
like they did one gender really great. And the
Yeah.
other, they were like, we didn't,
Yeah.
sorry.
And that's why it's important to have a good personality, guys, because you just never know. You never know what's going to happen. I was famously very ugly when I was little. No notes. No notes. No notes. We might have like a handful of tickets left in Chicago.
I just want to let all the Chicago, is there something that Chicago people call themselves?
Chi-Town girlies.
That
Shy?
I booked my flight a day early.
Yeah, you are
So
traumatized.
that I'm traumatized. So I
Yeah.
get there on the 2nd.
And I'm already going to be in Madison
the
the day
show is on
before.
the 3rd.
So I'm there.
leaving on the 4th.
Don't worry about me. Also, I just want to shout out a couple of stand-up shows I'm going to Troy with.
Wait, when are you going to Troy?
I don't know. When am I going to Troy? I'm going to Troy.
I've been talking about Troy for so
February.
long. I've had so many people text, message,
Really?
DM, like, are you legit coming to Troy? I'm like, no, I am. I just don't know
How
the
close
date.
is Troy to your house?
Like 10, 15 minutes. I literally was banned from Troy for a really long time.
Like you couldn't step.
No, couldn't
over
step foot in Troy. Would have got the beat out of me.
Wait, that is so badass of you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Charleston, which
Another
is
place
fun.
that I've had with someone that lives there. Every place that I go, I'm just like, I know a man from there.
I got hoes in different area codes. Then I'm going to North Carolina. I'm going to Raleigh, Charlotte.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to get you to come to Aspen with me.
Yep.
And Huntington. Yeah, go on my website. And then the newsletter is getting like lit. Like it's evolving. My mom's giving her fruit tart recipe
Okay.
for Thanksgiving.
We're going to lock Kim down.
I want Kim to do something for Thanksgiving so bad, but the woman she has higher priorities right
So I
now.
texted my mom and said,
Kim,
hey,
I know you're listening. We would love you to add to the newsletter at whenever is best for you.
Yeah, no, whenever
We will change our
works
schedule for you.
She said, sorry, can't right now, busy. Okay.
And we're also adding Thanksgiving outfits and mental health moments.
Oh, yeah, Grace texted me today and was like, I need your Thanksgiving outfit. And I got so nervous.
No, like the newsletter is like the end all be all.
No, it's literally the Bible.
It's the Bible. So
Oh, also in the newsletter, I think I put these like typology glow drops. They're so good to put on before your makeup. So that is like something I'm recommending that I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever said on Instagram.
also,
that I
side
use.
note, we don't want you to buy everything in the newsletter.
No,
It's
you
not.
don't.
It's not like it's more to know the vibes, like what people are doing.
Yeah,
I
don't
mean,
buy everything.
We do have like a lot of cheap that if you want to buy, it's great. But like we're not like no pressure to buy stuff. We're
No.
literally just telling you what we like because like capitalism cannot keep winning.
We keep America going.
Anyway,
America
this
runs on
podcast
Giggly's
is
blood.
presented by Gigglers. We love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.